Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. Appreciate you tuning in. Once again, I'm going to be talking Intellivision Amico because I got some more really interesting comments. And it's just amazing to me how much hype and buzz and positivity and negativity and just chatter in general among the retro gaming community that the Amico is getting. It's just really fascinating. So I'm going to read some more comments and respond to these comments, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And again, you can be for or against the Amico, or you can think it's going to be awesome, just sort of predict that you think it's going to be fun and cool, or you can predict that maybe it'll fail. Whatever the case, I welcome you to my channel. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button and let me know in the comments if you're new to the channel. And just comment on the Amico, but just please keep it polite, whether you're negative or positive. So we're all friends here. We're just going to hang out and talk some Amico. Here we go. So, first comment, Brian X64 said, the price will be the console's downfall. It's $50. Got to put my glasses up here to read. Sorry, guys. It's $50 more expensive than the Switch Lite and $50 short of the regular Switch, which has plenty of family-friendly games, both physical and digital, and just offers so much more than the Amico could for its price. Well, the Relic Gamer answered Brian X64 saying, you don't have to spend any more to start playing with 2 to 8 players out of the box, referring to the Amico. A cell phone can be used as a controller. So if there's more players than just 2, and they have their cell phones, they can use them. They're smartphones, of course. It also has 6 games preloaded and 2 controllers included. My Switch, with a couple of AAA games and 4 actual controllers, set me back $600. And Brian X64 says to this, there are tons of games that are couch co-op or competitive in the Switch eShop for like $3 or less. And they go back and forth a little bit. Some interesting comments there. I can see both perspectives. Jupiter Menace says, I have mixed feelings. I want to want the Amico. Isn't that a Cheap Trick line? Anyway, but as a 52-year-old retro gamer who plays some newer stuff as well, I'm not sure if this is really geared towards me, i.e. a solo player. My kids are grown, though, so no couch co-op. Now, I totally get the no couch co-op. My kids are grown too. My son and I and my daughter and I, we do play games from time to time when they come home. But mostly I'm playing games solo. But I disagree here with Jupiter Menace a little bit because I think the solo experiences on the Amico are going to be a lot of fun, just based on what I've seen so far. I love playing Moon Patrol by myself and Astro Smash and all these kinds of games, retro-inspired games that are fun and intense and all this stuff, just by myself, trying to up my high score. To me, that's a lot of fun. I play a lot more of these old types of games than the newer games. But regardless, Jupiter Menace and all you guys, I appreciate you weighing in. Anthem Two Tails says, well, Mr. Weiss, you hit it on the head. Call me Brett. Mr. Weiss is my dad. Just kidding. You hit it on the head, and that in the end, we don't know how it will actually perform. I fall into the pro Amico group. I do find some worry over how strongly they reined in on the E to E10 with the appearance of shying away from staples like beat-em-ups. But that's the selfish gamer in me. As a dad, I couldn't be more excited at the community this could bring to my home. As a hardcore mobile player, there are huge differences between the mainstream mobile gaming market and what the Intellivision Amico is offering. There is a lot of good to be had with the Amico. Now, Mr. Anthem Two Tails, I agree that the Amico has potential, at least, for families doing events together. A lot of times these days, we all hole up in our separate rooms in the house or our separate corners of the house and do our own thing, whether it's on our phone or our console or whatever. And hopefully the Amico will bring us together as a family in the living room, in the commons area, playing games together. That's the idea. Even if you have a really big family, because a lot of these games are going to be for 4, 8 players or more. Next up is Alpha82, who says, my grandma, who hasn't played a game outside of Tetris on NES, wow, one of my favorites, is looking forward to playing with me. For me, what you get plus the chance to create memories with my grandma and friends is worth the money. Well said. And when I was writing my Omnibus book, several people wrote about the awesome time when they were kids playing games with their grandparents, so I love that. Dude Rancher 13 says, retro gamers slash collectors will buy this thing. I agree with that. But then he says, but that's probably it. I'm not sure what sales numbers they're expecting, but the Ouya only sold 200,000 units. And I can't imagine the Amico doing much better than that. Now, elsewhere, comments have said that they think the Amico is going to sell at least 1 million units pretty quickly, you know, in the first few weeks or so. So there's some disagreements there. I think the Amico definitely has a lot more potential than the Ouya, but we shall see. And I do think it'll appeal to more than just retro gamers and collectors. I definitely think it's going to be a huge success with hardcore retro gamers such as myself, but whether it reaches parents and kids, we shall see. I think the marketing arm of the Intellivision, I think they'll do a great job, and I think it will reach the parents and kids. And will the kids want an Amico? We will find out. It'll be really interesting. Larry Bundy Jr., who has a lot of really interesting and intelligent, well-thought-out comments on my channel, as do many of you, says, for people complaining about mobile games, at least you won't be bombarded with endless advertisements and microtransactions with these games. So the Amico will be definitely more successful than other micro consoles in that respect. Then again, I want it to do well. There's no honor or pride in wanting to see someone's hard work and passion fail. I agree there. I agree it's okay to think maybe the Amico, the controller looks weird, or it's not for you, or you wish it had 3D graphics, or you would rather play a AAA title on the PlayStation 5. I totally get that. But just wanting the Amico to fail, to want Tommy Tallarico to go down in flames with the Amico, that just seems like schadenfreude, or however you say that to me, and just doesn't seem that nice. Next up is Dallas Dow. I'm not going to rush out and buy an Amico because I'm afraid it might be another Dreamcast. A great system that sadly flopped in less than 2 years. If most Amico games will be 2-player only, I won't be getting one. Now, Dallas Dow, I have to correct you here. Tommy has said that all Amico games will have some kind of 1-player mode. So that's definitely a plus for me because I do a lot of solo gaming. But he said every title will have some form of 1-player gaming. And the original Intellivision, some of those classic sports titles like NFL football and Major League Baseball, NBA basketball were 2-player only. Then they came out with later sports iterations of those games that were, that had 1-player modes, but by then the Intellivision wasn't as popular by then. And so there were definitely 2-player only games on the Intellivision, but the Amico is going to have 1-player, all these games that are multiplayer are also going to have 1 player. But thank you for that, Mr. Dow, Dallas Dow. And then Tommy Tallarico himself, president of Intellivision, says, love this. Some great comments on both sides. Very cool segment. Hope to see more. Now, Tommy, he said he doesn't mind polite interactions where people are skeptical or have concerns about the Amico. He's always happy to answer that. He appears on a lot of channels, big and small. That's awesome of Tommy. He's a great front man for the Intellivision and for Video Games Live, by the way. Great job, Tommy. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And I do disagree with Tommy from time to time about certain things, but hey, it's awesome that he comments here and on so many channels. Appreciate that. Next up is Brian's Man Cave, who says, I don't agree with the whole comparison to cell phone games. Frankly, I hate playing games on my cell phone. Nothing beats playing games on a TV holding a controller. Bingo. That's my main thing about the Amico that separates it from mobile games is you can play them on a television set with this controller. To me, potentially, that's going to be so much better than anything mobile devices add. And I'm like that. I would much rather play games on my TV than handhelds or anything like that, or especially mobile devices. And then John Riggs, the popular YouTuber, answered Brian Man's Cave and said, right answer. I'll pay $20 for a console game that costs 99 cents in the App Store. Well, thank you, John Riggs, for that. That is awesome. Brian's Man Cave, he's another YouTuber. Tommy Tallarico and everyone else who commented on this, on my videos, I really, really appreciate it. And again, just comment below, what do you think of the prospects of the Intellivision Amico, whether you think it's going to be a success or a failure. But again, keep these comments polite. I would appreciate it. Again, I don't know that it's going to succeed. I don't know that it's going to fail. I don't know. I just am excited about it because I grew up playing the Intellivision and I like these kind of retro-inspired titles. In fact, I wrote a book on the Intellivision. This book has reviews for every single game of the classic pre-NES era, every Intellivision game, ColecoVision game, Atari 7800, 5200, 2600, Vectrex, and more obscure consoles than that. So check it out, Classic Home Video Games. I can send you U.S. residents a signed copy, or you can get it on Amazon. I will put a link in the description of this video. Speaking of books, my new NES Omnibus is out as well. So check that out. You can read sample pages on Amazon. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for downvoting this video. I appreciate everybody that chimes in as long as you are polite and respectful. There's no reason to be hateful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I will talk to you in another video.